Hillbilly Harrison League. Punt Billy, kick Billy, pass Billy, hit Billy, Hillbilly Harrison League. Hillbilly Harrison League podcast.
Dave, we're back. Welcome to the podcast. Hey, hold on. Let me officially kick this thing off. All right.
Did you stop drinking from last night?
I should not be doing this because of last night, but this is tradition. Hey, for all of our fans, we have some fans, right? I mean, last year we got gifts.
Speaking of gifts,
Look at that. Yeah,
look
we
at
got.
it.
Yeah, we got
Look at-
fans. We got fans. I just want to throw it out there. We had a 40th birthday party for Katie a couple weeks ago. I have more beer than I'll ever drink in a lifetime. So, enough for somebody like Rennie. It probably lasts him like a week. So I got plenty of beer in my refrigerator. I don't need anybody dropping any off at my door. Okay.
You know somebody that's never made that statement? Lee.
So we got plenty. I got plenty. I don't need anybody else's. So, but man, we had a draft last night.
We did. Everybody showed up.
Everybody showed
I
up.
think everybody paid for their meal
Yeah,
while they were there before they left.
it's incredible.
Closed the place down.
Yeah, I don't know what time they were closing, but we were definitely the last ones there.
We had countless families that had to squeeze through to get by.
Yeah,
One drunk guy.
yeah. Not
Maybe more.
not in our group.
No, he was. I don't know what he said. He came over and
Yeah,
yeah,
he was friends with Danny.
of course he was.
Yeah.
Of course he was.
So you and I have talked about doing a preview podcast before the season for months.
Yeah.
And here
We had some good ideas, didn't we?
and we had some great ideas. Here it is, the day before the season starts, and it was everything that you and I could do to make this happen tonight. We probably both
started at 9:30.
Yeah, it's
Almost
already
midnight?
it's like 10 after 10.
We had some. We were gonna do like take turns acting like we were each of the 12 of us
We had so
drafting
many
our first pick. That would have
so
been
many-
pretty cool.
there's so many funny things we want to do. Here's my takeaway from this. How did we do like 17 or 18 episodes last year?
A lot of them were late nights.
Yeah. And we recorded them I was trying to figure this out. Did we record on Thursday nights every time? Did the podcast come out on Friday mornings, I felt like? Or did they come out on Thursday mornings?
Yeah, I thought it was Wednesdays.
We would record on Wednesdays.
I
I mean,
thought it was
it's Wednesday night now. The season starts tomorrow.
Because I don't remember. I mean,
I don't remember us recording while Thursday night football was going on.
no, we wouldn't have done that. That'd be stupid.
Yeah. What? Oh, hey, I don't know if I'm wearing this for Big Lee. All right.
Okay.
Got my Stephen Clay NBA Jam NBA Champions T-shirt on, and that's just for Lee. I mean, I could be wearing a Bengals shirt, but I'm wearing my NBA shirt, and that's just for him. So
One thing I'm kind of glad we maybe either forgot or conveniently forgot was to do the side bet of the picking the first round.
yeah.
I would have just chucked $5 out the window because I would have been way off.
Yeah.
I
It would
wouldn't
have
even
been
got my own right.
No. It would have been interesting because Adam wanted to do that to see how many he could have got right. And he could probably tell us because he had kind of probably had it filled in. I mean, so we can jump right in a little bit and kind of talk about some things. So ESPN does based on how you draft, it does a prediction of how you're going to do. Now, Travis made the same mistake that I did last year, and they will punish you if you don't fill out a full lineup. So Travis is mixing a kicker, Last year I was missing a kicker, but funny enough, ESPN got it right. I finished last anyway.
The algorithm worked.
The algorithm worked, even though it was skewed because I didn't have a kicker. And so that's what's going on with Travis's. So his may be a little bit better than that.
Do you remember if it changed like week 1 after you got a kicker? Did it really up your? Because it changes each week, right?
Changes each week. Probably not because I lost.
That's true. You lost. I forgot.
And I continued to lose.
You did. You lost a lot.
Yeah. But the and I can't remember. We'd have to go back. I feel like that the algorithm loves Junior.
Definitely this year.
Yeah. And I felt like he had a strong one last year too, but it doesn't matter what the algorithm says. Like Adam says, he'll finish 500. So.
Well.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Sure
it really likes.
And I apparently deliberately changed the schedule to where I had to play him, and he's the number 1 ranked team. So.
Yeah, so I don't know because it's changing quite a bit. Like it's fluid. So I don't know if that's based on like new player information that's happening. Like some of these starters are getting named today, or if it's based on if people are in there tinkering with their lineups and doing that. But like from last night or early this morning when you first submitted the results, there has been some movement, but just based on this morning, late last night, when
I didn't get a good look at it. Did it change significantly after the schedule was changed?
Just a little bit, like 2 places for a few people. But so here is how ESPN ranks how the teams are going to do. Junior at the first, so he has he is number 1, and then Rennie, and then Brennan, and then me, and then Adam, and then Danny, and then Brian, and then Rademacher, and then Ed, and then you, and then Lee.
Room to grow.
Yeah, then Lee, then Travis, vote flex. So now there's been some movement in that already. Some people have jockeyed spots and stuff like that. Ed has gone from 9th to 11th, and Lee's moved from 11th to 10th. Adam dropped a spot. So there's been some small things that have happened.
I do like how they plant that. Nothing's happened. There's been no, no, not even a snap. And yet I think I'm listed as trending up. So they put me at like the bottom, but then they put me in the trending up thing. There's only, I don't have much room to grow or go down. So I don't know how I can trend without having any kind of, stats.
Yeah. So the draft only happened 24 hours ago. We haven't done much deep dive analysis on the draft, but what were some things that just surprised you last night? So first thing I'll say, Brian taking Jamar Chase at number 2. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it didn't shock me too much because of where we are at, in Cincinnati area. But I saw plenty of drafts and plenty of mocks or whatever where he was top 5. So it didn't surprise me. It's like one of those things where if you want him, you have a first round, top 5 pick, you're not going to get him in round 2. So take who you want.
Yeah. Well, and I think that probably more people have been bitten by the running back bug than they have the wide receiver bug. You know what I mean? We do lose wide receivers for the season, but it seems more likely that you would lose a Christian McCaffrey for the season or an Alvin Kamara than you would, somebody like Stephon Diggs. But
I feel like you almost have to have a Cooper Kupp type season and pick that guy in top 5 in order to get the
value
than what if you had one of those top running backs all season long. But I mean, it doesn't seem to happen for anybody.
Yeah. And what pick did you have?
6, and McCaffrey fell all the way to me, so that was kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
You know, it was one of the, I think we talked after where I'm like, if I don't take him and he blows up and does great, then I'm an idiot. But if I take him and he gets hurt again, then it's like, here what can you do? I'm like, I can't pass on him.
Yeah.
But that was a little bit of a surprise. I mean, no surprise with 1, 2, a little bit of surprise. 3, and that's a preference thing. I mean, Rennie he likes old people, so he goes with Henry. But Henry's pretty safe floor, and pretty high ceiling kind of thing. So,
the only thing that I'd heard about Henry is just that for a lot of people, Tennessee is trending down, and so and that so it's a combination of a lot of things. Tannehill probably underperforming last year a little bit, especially late. Henry getting older.
Out, if they can't prove they can throw, then they'll just stack it, and you're not going to. They don't really use Henry as a dump off, screen passes or anything. At least they haven't. I think he could. I don't know reason why he couldn't, but he hasn't. So that's the knock. Then we go to Ed with Cooper Kupp, but again, a lot of people had him 2 or 3. So
right.
That's no surprise. Dalvin Cook, I really thought that he would still be there at 6 because I didn't think that there'd be, or I thought I would, I thought he would fall because I figured there'd be 5 other people that were picked ahead, but you never know. Then Eckler, he went high in a lot of drafts. Like he was top 3 in a lot of the drafts I saw. So Danny, that's getting him.
So
and you think Jefferson was probably a surprise to you, but
surprised that he was there. Only I would have taken Eckler if he was there. Okay. Like that, if Danny didn't take Eckler, I would have taken him, and I probably would have taken Stephon Diggs had Jefferson not been there. And it's a coin flip, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like Diggs could end up having a much better season, and like that's fine. Like I like Jefferson. I've had him I've had him maybe since he was he a rookie 2 years ago?
I think so.
I think I picked him up off the waivers 2 years ago, and then I drafted him last year, maybe like in the 3rd round. I don't know what round I drafted him in. So I've had him for a while. He's performed well. I like him. So that was for me. But I'm sure that Adam was excited to get Kamara at his pick.
Yeah. I mean, well, if we keep going, Josh had Najee Harris, which really, I mean.
Yeah, and so that was I don't like Najee. I don't like Pittsburgh. And so, like, I was just, that's a dumb reason not to pick somebody, but I wasn't super excited about picking him.
Good. And he'll have high volume. They don't have as many, the passing game. We don't know what it's going to be like compared to the Big Ben years. Yeah. But so that's he could be.
No, but like the first round probably shook out the way that it should, just not in the order that most people thought. Because Najee went probably where Josh getting him there is probably where he was slotted 7, 8, 9. You know what I mean? Like in most places that I saw.
Seems like not too long ago were years where if you didn't have a top 6 pick, then you're probably not going to get somebody that's going to lead that could lead their position. Yeah. Whereas now, because usually there was only 1 or 2 receivers that you thought might do it. Right. And there's 3 or 4 running backs that might do it. Now it's like really all 12 could, all these running backs could definitely finish number 1 in points. And
there's probably 8 quarterbacks that could finish top in points.
Yeah. So I think everybody was, first round, other than injuries, you don't generally lose, your league in the first round. I think and then Junior Mixon, he went way higher in a lot of, he could have gone anywhere from probably 6 to 12, so getting him at 12 is pretty good for Junior. So yeah, the first round, I would have been dead wrong if I would have tried to pick what everybody was going to get, though, outside of the first pick.
Yeah, but there's nobody that, like, got picked that wasn't probably a first round designated player, is my point. They just all went in different order than what most people would have thought. There was nobody who reached for somebody who was maybe a late second or early third round pick.
No, not first round.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
now
there
you get
might be
later.
a few people that, you know, once you get into 13, 14, like there could be some drafts where somebody picked Debo Samuel top because they really liked him.
Right.
But I don't, outside of that, and so that was what number 13 technically.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else. Maybe Devontae Adams slipped in the top 12 in somebody's draft.
Yeah.
But
and
you know, not.
And I think I took Tyreek with my second pick, which would have been the 8th pick, so coming back around. And there's a lot of unknown about a guy like that changes places. You know what I mean? Nobody knows what it's going to be. So, but you know, hopefully that works out well. But so we have our own kind of a league draft expert, self-proclaimed. And it's not you or me.
No.
Somebody that might show up to the draft with a laptop.
I can think of somebody.
Yeah. So I reached out to our own Mel Kiper. I mean, Adam Russell. And they're both a lot alike because I don't know anybody that likes Mel Kiper.
Now.
You know what I mean? No. So I reached out to Adam and I said, hey, why don't you just jot down for me a little bit of, well, here's what I'll be transparency. This is what I sent Adam. I said, give everybody a letter grade on their draft and then send me one word that describes their draft, just one word. He sends it back to me. He says, how about if I pick one player from every team's draft that I love and one player from every team's draft that I hate? And then he said, and what if I do this? He goes, I'm going to take the Billboard top songs and I'm going to assign a song to each team. And I said, all right, we're as podcasters, Dave, we're in the content business. And so Adam wants to create free content for us to talk about. So we're going to share it. And he started with Danny, Polk High School. And so Adam said that he loved his selection of Austin Eckler. And there's a lot to love about that guy. Yeah. Right? Would you agree with that? Are you high on that pick? Huh?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And then he hates is it Kyle Rudolph?
Yeah, I mean that's a tough hate because feel like he picked him pretty late in the game.
Yeah.
Like
maybe Danny's picks are so good that there's really like we're just, you got to have somebody that you hate.
Yeah.
And so his song is Rock in a Hard Place by Bailey Zimmerman. And this is what Adam says about Danny's draft. He says, I think Danny is going to have to make moves week in and week out to stay in the race to the playoffs this year. Your guess is as good as mine. So by the title of the song, Rock in a Hard Place, I think that Adam's saying Danny's going to have some tough decisions to make each and every week when you look at Danny's complete lineup. So we'll see what happens there.
I don't think I've ever heard that song.
No, I don't think.
Most of the songs I've ever heard of.
None of us have ever heard of any of these songs. So Ed, the Lumberjacks, he loves, help me out with the name here, Dave.
Oh.
Etienne?
Etienne?
Yeah. What
Junior?
And so he loves that pick, and he hates his selection of is it Isaiah McKenzie?
That has to be because of where he picked him.
Yeah, did he pick him in like the 6th round?
It was pretty high. Yeah, it was pretty early.
So Isaiah McKenzie is somebody who some of the different blogs and stuff like that I was looking at, they were like, hey, if you want to steal your draft, get this guy 12th, 13th, 14th round. They were like, they were saying he's going undrafted. So Ed must have read that somewhere and decided that meant Don't let him slip out of my hands. I have to. I'll say this about Ed's draft. He was very decisive this year. Would you agree?
Oh, if he wanted somebody.
Yeah, it didn't matter what round it was. Didn't matter what their if he wants them on his team. If he wants Money McPherson on his team, he's taking him.
Yeah, because like
now.
I mean, I Adam later on. He mentions this, but like there were several people that I had targeted, and they went earlier than I thought. But if I would have had Ed's philosophy, because there's a good chance I could have still got, who I was thinking, because maybe nobody else was thinking them. But yeah, I missed out on several people, and I don't think Ed missed out on anybody.
No. So the song that Adam picked for Ed is "Waiting on You" by Future and Drake and Tim's. And so QB, wide receiver 2 are solid with high potential. Can Ed stay engaged and make the moves necessary over 16 weeks to reach new heights? So, I mean, we've said this about Ed from the very beginning. If Ed plays the entire season, if Danny plays the entire season, there's a good chance their teams make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's tough because I don't think Ed has Wi-Fi when he's a mile in the air.
No, he doesn't fly anymore.
Oh, he doesn't? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
dang.
He's retired from flying, so maybe that means we'll get more of Ed. I mean,
do I have to change my contact from saying Ed the pilot?
Well, probably not. Now you have to say Ed the football guy.
Okay.
Yeah, show it. Yeah, look at that gift back there. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. So
hallelujah.
Yeah. So I think the song "Wait for You" is in reference to the fact that Ed waited for no one. That he picked somebody, just like you said. If he wanted them, he was getting them no matter what round it was.
Yeah.
All right. Brennan, the Sundance kid, loves Russell Wilson. Let Russell cook. He's in a new place, new home, and he hates Amari Cooper. And that's just got to be because of the team that he's on.
And the quarterback.
Yeah. So Brennan's song is "First Class" by Jack Harlow. The only thing I know about Jack Harlow is that he's going to play the lead role in the remake of White Men Can't Jump. Now, here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say about that. Why are they remaking a classic?
I know.
Okay? I'll just leave it there. All right? Brennan has never won more than 7 games in the regular season, 4 years playing. This will be the year. Biggest threat. So Brennan's First Class song title has to do with where Adam sees him finishing.
Okay. So biggest threat to him or to all of us?
To all of us. Okay. Yeah. Brennan coming.
So why didn't I make him play Adam twice? That would have been a smart thing.
That would have been a smart thing to do. Yeah. We'll get to schedule gate as soon as we get through all these. But all right. Now here's Adam talking about himself. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. He loves Alvin Kamara. So again, he loved the fact that he fell to him at 11. Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah, 11.
Yeah, 11. He does not like Allen Robinson. Now,
I don't get that.
I've read several things that believe that Allen Robinson is going to have a breakout year. So I think that Adam maybe is trying self-deprecation, but not doing really a good job at it. Yeah, so no. As It Was by Harry Styles. And he says, I got burned and lost out on multiple good receivers that were drafted 1 to 2 rounds before I planned on them. My team will be top heavy at QB, running back 1 and running back 2. Well, in this league, that's enough to win most games.
Yeah, that's the good top heavy.
Yeah. And his wide receivers are better than he lets on. I mean, if I know Adam, he will work diligently to make sure that he has 3 wide receivers that are producing by the end of the season.
Yeah.
So all right. Rennie, the skank is back. He loves Tony Pollard and he hates Jacobs. Last by Burna Boy.
Don't even know
how
what
this
that is.
team. How this team didn't end up with Tom Brady at quarterback is a travesty. If we took each player's best game in his career, this would be a great team. But I think all the points have to be scored this season. That is true. You have to score them this season. Rennie has a team that is a little long in the tooth, but maybe that's going to give him that consistency, right? He's got that old man.
He doesn't have. Maybe Fitzpatrick comes out of retirement and he can pick him up.
Yeah,
that's a nice old back.
And he has a. He could pick up. I think he's still available. He could go out and get the Jets. Is it the Jets? Jets' new starting quarterback.
Who?
Didn't Flacco just win a starting job?
Because Wilson is hurt, right?
Yeah. I mean, if he wants an old timer,
it's true.
Yeah. So just throwing it out there, Rennie.
Remember those? This is a side, but remember all those little fake messages about Flacco being elite back and forth with all the QBs?
Yeah. So have you seen the new thing?
That's good
is
stuff.
That instead of used to be the text messages, the fake spoof text messages, you know what I mean, like group chats or whatever. Now it's these YouTube or TikTok shorts where a guy just pretends that he's every quarterback, and it's just cuts of him talking to them. So there's some pretty funny ones. Aaron Rodgers and some different ones. So if I can I'll find a couple of them. I'll share them with the group. So they're pretty funny. I don't know how to share those things the way that Junior does. He should
he just snaps his fingers and some magical meme pops up. I don't know how it happens.
Yeah. So, all right, now we're on to one of Adam's man crushes. Let's see if he is if he's kind to Travis. So he loves Goddard.
Yep.
Tell me who that is.
I like him too. Had him last year.
Who is he, Dave?
Dallas Goedert, tight end for Philly.
Yeah. Well, most of us don't track tight ends. So when somebody loves them, now Adam does love picking tight ends, good tight ends high. He's all in on that. He's done that before. He hates DK Metcalf, and again, that's about the situation. But they have to throw the ball to somebody.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So Travis's song is Bad Decisions. So maybe, there's trouble in paradise here.
Oh, he didn't like some of his picks.
Yeah.
That's what he's getting at the song. I get it.
My
Bad
biggest
decisions.
My biggest risk to call out, because I respect Travis's game a lot. That's the man crush. But I personally thought Travis drafted several players over better players still available in multiple rounds. So he's down. He's down a little bit on Travis.
Wonder who he's talking about. Where's he at? Where's Flex? Here he is. I don't know. Maybe 7th round Dawson Knox. Robert Woods was a decent 8th round. I don't know who he's talking about. He got Goddard in the 9th.
Well, hey, you know that Adam's got a formula.
Yeah.
It could be that Travis stole some of those picks that Adam was talking about that he wanted.
Maybe Aaron Jones at 2. I don't know. Because I feel like your guy Dylan's has a chance of getting just as many points as Jones over the course of the season.
Yeah. So, all right, now we're on to Adam's second man crush. That would be Lee. Show me your TDs. Loves Stephon Diggs. And, I thought about Diggs at that first pick, but we already talked about this. I got a man crush on Jefferson, so I took him. He hates Hall. And so I don't know. What's the downside there?
Rookie, right?
Yeah.
Is that the rookie Brees Hall? Yeah, I mean, I don't. What can you say?
That's a Jets rookie running back, though. I mean, what round did Lee get him in? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
I had him targeted. I thought about taking him if he was available, but he got picked before it got to me. So I don't know what round that was.
It
Would have
was
been 5th,
fourth.
4th. Okay, so he went before I had it. But so I've heard only good things about him. Again, the Jets are going to run the football. So, but we'll see.
Unless they're losing by a ton and they have to throw.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. Nothing to joke about with this team. Best group of wide receivers. Who are these 3 wide receivers? Stephon Diggs,
Lamb, and Sutton.
CeeDee Lamb.
I mean, he went. When you go wide receiver, you pretty good chance you got 3 good ones.
Yeah. Well, so if you got 3 stud wide receivers and then you're relying on a rookie running back for the Jets that's going to get the lion's share of the carries, that's not too bad.
But then he picked Houston's rookie running back in 6, so his 2 running backs are both rookies, which who knows?
But his wide receivers are going to score 60 points a game.
Yeah, I think more sooner than later, his 8th round pick, that Ramondre Stevenson from Patriots, is probably going to make his way in the lineup.
Yeah. All right.
Lee will be fine.
Yeah. Kevin, the Smithereens. You like that new team name?
I do. I liked them a lot, that group.
Yeah. Loves Juju Smith-Schuster. Of course he does. He plays for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. He's in a good spot.
And he wished that he would have picked him. Yeah. He hates J.K. Dobbins. And, he's coming off of an injury. I get it. Their quarterback runs a lot, so they don't need a running back that runs a lot. But I still think that Baltimore is going to pound the football. I think he's going to be fine. I Like You, a Happier Song by Post Malone and Doja Cat. The running back 2. So I'm thinking he likes my draft. The song would imply that, right?
That's true. He likes you.
Running back 2 is the biggest weakness, but Smitty has options. Does anyone trust that he can stream the right one each week? Maybe one of the other 5 Smiths in the house can help. Oh, I see what he's doing there.
Oh, well, that's a dig about you don't do your own lineups because your wide is better. That's okay. Yeah.
That's yeah.
I feel like there's a chance that with you having Edmonds and Dillon and Connor, that's going to work itself out to where you're going to have a pretty good idea who to start.
Yeah, I hope that after week 3 that I have solidified who the number 2 running back is. But, I feel really good about my wide receivers. I feel great about my quarterback. So, I don't know. I took a little bit of a different draft strategy this year. Last year, I waited till like round 7 to get a quarterback, and Kirk Cousins never became that guy. He was too inconsistent. So I tried to take the guesswork out of it and get a guy that I never have to bench. We'll see if that works.
There you go.
All right. Junior off all weekend. Loves Collins. And
I'm forgetting Collins.
Yeah, who is that?
That was like his 14th round pick, Nico Collins.
What is he? Wide receiver
or some team? Is it Houston? No, I don't even know.
All right.
So he loves his 14th round.
He loves him.
Flyer on a wide receiver. Okay.
Yeah. He hates Gibson. So and his song is Wishful Drinking by Ingrid Andress. So I have a feeling I know how this is. If the only player he likes is his 14th round pick.
Yeah.
And his song title is Wishful Drinking. I don't see much change from last year's result with this drafted team. Mark this down as a 5 years in a row at or below 500 for the regular season. I had
to do some digging to do that research to throw that in his face.
That is a call out, Junior. He is saying that you can't get above 500 this year. So let's see if you can prove him wrong.
Man, I wouldn't do something like that, but if I were to do something like that and say, like, remember the couple, several years ago when Adam missed the playoffs 2 years in a row, I might say something like that, but I wouldn't do that. So
yeah, we're above that kind of thing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. What did Rennie say? That's what we do, right?
Yeah, we do. We do that.
Josh Joe Burr. This is where we have a family show, right?
Most of the time.
Yeah, this is where things get a little bit PG-13. Okay, this is kind of like I mean, if you watch Stranger Things, we'll be fine. So
okay.
This is Josh Joe Burr. His love is Michael Pittman Jr.
Is that his team name now?
Joe Burr. Yeah.
His team name always reflects his quarterback, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hurt
so good. Yeah. Adam hates his selection of K. Tony. Now you got to tell me who that is.
Kadarius Toney. He's the wide receiver for the Giants.
Okay, and again, that would be because the Giants, along with the Jets and the Jaguars and the Houston Texans.
I doubt if he's going to be relying on him, but he could break out. He loves Pittman.
Yeah,
I wanted him to.
Yeah. So, his song is "Hot Shit" by Cardi B. Sorry, Dave. And he says, doesn't it feel like Josh somehow ends up with the most Q's and O's week in and week out?
I pointed that out before.
Yeah. But it never stops him from overcoming and ending with W's. So you think Josh is going to make a return visit to the playoffs and the championship game?
Well, I'm a little scared because he has a lot of time on his hands right at the time when football season starts.
I think that his team name.
I would have done that.
Yeah. Don't you think his team name should be Off All Week?
Yeah, because he does. It's more than a week. It's a month.
Furlough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I thought that Junior was doing well. Off all weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, off all month. That's got a different ring to it.
It does. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, goodness. Brian Heimtime Industries. He loves Davis. So, and then he hates Gesicki. I don't know. What are you down on him? What's your thought?
I mean, he's when you get in that tier of tight ends, it's just a flip a coin and hope that they score a touchdown.
Do you feel like did Brian take him too early?
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know because he's in that category of they got to score a touchdown to be fairly relevant as a tight end.
I feel like though if we read deeper into this, the song that he picked is one of my favorites by Lizzo, "About Damn Time." And so it says this team has a huge margin of likely outcomes, big boom or big bust potential. But I feel like the song title leads me to think that Brian did more things right than wrong.
He's got a string of non-playoff appearances, I think, on the line.
But last year he had a really big string of bad beats.
He did. He had. Yeah. I mean, he had one of the go to bed, wake up with. That's the worst, man.
Yep.
It's one thing to watch it in real time and see somebody score a last second touchdown and beat you, but then to go to bed and wake up and have the points change. Yeah, he had a lot of close games.
So here we go, Dave. This is the part where you got to take your medicine, okay? He's got something to say about you.
Yeah.
Dave, the Rat Trappers, and for those that don't know, that's Dave's job. He traps rats. Yeah. The love is for Williams, and you happy with that pick?
Yeah, if I was in 7 leagues, I probably would pick him in every single one.
Okay, yeah. And then his hate is for Bateman.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
It was one of those, a third wide receiver. I'll take a flyer on pairing up a quarterback and a wide receiver. I doubt if he stays my third wide receiver all season.
Yeah. And his song for you by DJ Khaled is "Let's Pray."
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he says, I think every player on this team was on injured reserve at some point in the last 2 seasons.
So
How
I
you
got to
feel
think
about that?
you're not praying for talent, you're praying for health, and I can live with that.
Yeah,
They're all good, they're all good, solid players. I think
as
I
long as
went
they,
I
as
went
long as they,
heavy on try to win a position each week. Like I got a chance at quarterback and tight end to win a position, and running back to win a position. But yeah, a lot of injuries there. I can live with that.
All right, so let me just run through the matchups. They're not changing, right, Dave? The schedule is set.
I think I'm done.
All right, so just to catch everybody up, if you weren't in chat, Adam just pointed out that
I was
every
going to
seat.
do it.
Yeah.
I just hadn't done it yet.
Hey, I'm 46 years old. There's a lot of going on in my life, and isn't that what Tom Brady said about why he was gone? Like, hey, we're getting old. There's a lot of stuff going on. You may not get the schedule set as soon as you want to.
Yeah.
So
I didn't hadn't
Yeah.
gotten to that yet, but I was
Yeah.
going to
So-
do it, and
so-
I was actually thinking I was going to go like literally to do it the way I've been doing it other years is you have to go in all 14 weeks and change all 12 players around each of those individually, and then not mess it up to where you duplicate
Yeah.
more than two that you want to.
Right.
And so it's a pain in the butt. So then I was reading on like a post, I think it was like a Reddit post or something that said, oh, there's a reset button, and I never seen that. But then they're like, oh, it doesn't really work.
It's not a randomizer. It just resets it back to where it began.
Yeah, like to the beginning. But I was like, well, that seems like, it's been so long ago, and we've had so many teams that have changed, come into the league and left, that it wouldn't be the same. So because like one of the suggestions was to try to change the number of weeks and then change it back, and that would cause it to randomize, but it didn't work. So I went to the next option, and I mean it worked in general. Like all three of my teams changed, and most of the other people's it changed who they play twice from last year to this year, and a couple people duplicate one or two, but it just like Adam happened to be one of the ones that duplicated two people, and
of course he was.
And it was the two people that he fears most in the world, apparently, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't. But then
Adam,
he throws Danny, who he never ceases to down on Danny. So so what would you want? You want two tough people and one who you think is an easy win, or do you want three middle of the roads? I don't know. What do you want? You want to change it now?
Hey, well, it made for some intriguing week one matchups. All right.
Well, and I think back to like our chat, like people came out of the woodwork and were like, well, now I got to face these three, and they're pretty tough. So I don't think it's not like, I mean, he's not in an island by himself. There's other people that feel like they got tough schedules too. So.
Yeah. So week one matchups. Let's just call this a matchup of glad they're playing week one and not like week 10, because good chance they're both going to have full lineups. That's Danny versus Ed.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this will be a completely different matchup when they play in week.
When probably two of them have somebody on bye.
Yeah. When they play, if they had to play like much down the road, it'd be much different. All right. We've got Rennie versus Josh. I'm sure that Rennie was playing Danny. Now he's playing Josh. He feels like he probably got hosed a little bit there. Or no, I was playing Danny. I don't know who Rennie was playing. He said something about maybe he was playing Danny twice. Now he's not, or something. I don't know what it was. But Josh versus Rennie, and that's just how they have it projected right now. Things could change between then. That's a pretty close one. So
point flip. Yeah, 51-49.
Yeah.
ESPN's all knowing.
Yep. I think it's like 98 to 100 projections. So now here we're coming to one where we've got a Brennan versus Brian, Sundance versus Heim Time, and Brennan is a big favorite to win this one, 53 to 47, 106 to 97. But never know. You know what I mean? We'll see what ends up really happening. But
it's not the biggest.
No.
Projection. But
So-
they're all pretty even within a
Yeah.
few points of each other, except for yours.
Yeah. We've got Welcome to the Red Kingdom. That is Adam versus Lee. Now, Adam is projected to score much more than Lee, but you know what kind of respect he has for Lee and his team. So,
Yeah.
so he wasn't happy about having to face him week 1. But hey, there you go, Adam. It's what you get for asking for the season to be redone. All right. Now, Dave, you get a chance to play off all weekend.
I like how you changed the wording there.
I did, yeah. And both of you projected to score over 100, so that's good for both of you. But you are the underdog in this matchup.
I know.
So, and like we said, too early to know how any of this is going to go. But you
I
get
don't
to
worry
play.
too much about.
Yeah, you get to play junior week 1,
Yeah.
and I get to play flex. And again, he's got an empty spot for kicker.
Well, that's why
and-
because you're like a 57-43. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
going to change
so
then as he picks up a
If
kicker.
I know Travis, he's going to have a kicker come Sunday. So
Man, the thing is, it's like he picked all these guys for a reason. So
yeah, he's got to
I
let
don't-
go on these guys.
2 guys that he might want to, that he would even drop. And why would you want to, that's tough.
Yeah, if you had to guess, who would you look at his lineup and say that he ends up getting rid of?
Probably Burks
Yeah.
or Carter, I guess. I mean, he's not going to get rid of Woods. He's not going to get rid of. I mean, you don't pick 2 tight ends and then drop one
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, it'll. I guess he could get rid of Gordon, but Gordon's got a better chance. I don't know. That'll.
Yeah. That'll be
So-
interesting to see who he picks. Maybe he'll leave it open because he's that confident that he can beat you.
Yes.
He got a streak going.
Be the move of the century.
Yeah, that would be
So
bold.
yeah. So don't sleep on Travis. He's got an empty kicker spot. He's going to be right. I mean, you figure that's going to be 8 to 10 points right there. So
Yeah, so it'll be another 49-51 or something like that.
yeah. Yep. So and we'll see, because I think mine has actually dropped. I don't know, maybe a little bit,
Lose
just
points.
even from yesterday, just because some of these guys are still questionable. So, but we'll see what happens. So, all right, that's the matchups. We've got
Yeah.
We've got the matchups. We've got Mel Kiper's rundown. We've got Thursday night football. Remind us again.
Forget what night was the Manning stuff Thursdays or was it
Monday nights?
It was Mondays. Okay.
So, and it starts so on Monday, Manning.
Are they doing it?
Yeah. And then have you heard that two pieces of news have come out that Peyton and Pat McAfee are going to do 6 college games this season.
Are you serious?
Simulcast like that. Watch along. And then Pat McAfee is going to join College Game Day for the next 2 years every Saturday morning. So Pat is making a name for himself.
He
so
is.
I mean,
it blew up.
Yeah. Then look, so I in a couple years, our podcast, what could we be?
Yeah. Yeah, don't quit your Sunday job.
No, I don't have to worry about quitting it. I think it's gonna,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
As soon as I get a listen to this podcast.
Yeah, it's coming to an end. I've quoted Lizzo lyrics, so it's going down.
It's true when you're drinking a beer.
So,
well, hey,
it's all right.
we
Hey, Rennie's
pull
got
off week 1 prior.
Rennie has Rennie's got plenty of businesses, so I can get a job somewhere.
That's true. It's hard for him to find people.
Yeah, and so yeah, and I'm somebody he could trust, so to steal from him.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
to steal from. So my brother's coming into town. He's going to the Bengals game with a coworker. I'm like, all the way from Nashville. I'm like, you're gonna go to the Bengals game. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome.
All right. We should tell Rennie, if you're listening to this, if you can get me and Dave and you and a person of your choice for Diamond Club tickets, we'd be happy to go. Right? We'll record a podcast from the Diamond Club.
Oh, that would be something.
Yeah. So, Rennie, if you can find us Diamond Club seats for a Thursday night game, Wednesday night game, we'll record a podcast and let's make that happen before October 1st.
That's a shameless plug, right there.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, you don't have because you do not ask, right? So.
Oh man.
But all right, well, it's been fun. We're back at it, Dave. Bring your laptop next time so you don't have to use your phone.
Yeah, I know. I forgot it, and I'll get some content ID. You know, I looked all around the house to try to find one of those maroon plungers as a prop, but we only have the black kind that are newer, and so I didn't. You know, I didn't.
No.
Lee's got him. Lee could have a future in stand-up comedy, just telling stories.
He could. Yep. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Good luck this week, and every winning streak starts with 1 week. Gotta get this win, and then another one, and I'll be on a winning streak, and away we go.
So hopefully before the first quarter's over, at least I'll have the matchup stuff.
Oh yeah.
So.
Make sure you check out the app, League Info, for Dave's write-ups. He's already added some commentary about the schedule there. You can check there. Watch the podcast every week.
Keep up
with the League Info. Set your lineup. That's what we get to say.
It's easy peasy. All right, man.
All right, brother. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. All right.
See ya.